Integrated water resources management has been generally accepted as the leading concept for a holistic management of water resources that is shaped by balancing the different interests of water users in due considerations of the principle of sustainability. It constitutes the basis for the transition from sectoral water management towards an integrated approach incorporating all necessary issues. Consequently, IWRM can be considered as a societal task that steers the dynamic and diverse interdependencies between the biophysical processes of the water balance and human activities. Among other things, IWRM deals therefore with various aspects of society like urban and rural planning, vulnerability towards hydrological extremes, and the development of technologies for the utilization of water. Hence, national and engineering scientific factors play the same important role as socio-economical ones. It has to be acknowledged that IWRM is a conceptual framework that still has to be adapted to the societal and natural requirements of the region concerned. Nevertheless, the concept of IWRM is often criticized because of its vagueness and the challenges while implementing it. One of the key challenges is the lack of capacity, meaning that competencies and knowledge are not sufficient to implement such a complex task as IWRM. Therefore, a prerequisite for sustainable development is water resources management is harmonizing processes of IWRM and capacity development.
It is a well-known fact that the implementation of integrated water resources management, IWRM, is still in its infancy. One possibility to support the worldwide implementation of IWRM is to improve respective research and education. This is why IWAS, International Water Research Alliance Saxony, and the German IHP, HWRP, International Hydrological Program of UNESCO, and Hydrology and Water Resources Program of WMO, have developed an e-learning module on IWRM. The module is called IWRM Education. It is sponsored by the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research. IWRM Education is supposed to complement classical learning options, for instance at universities. However, it could also be used for vocational training. Target groups of the module are graduating students in water-related fields, decision makers, water experts, and administration staff, primarily in developing countries.
IWRM Education consists currently of 42 video lectures. These lectures have been contributed by 33 lecturers from 20 different universities and research institutions worldwide.
If you are not acquainted with the overall issue of IWRM, we recommend you to watch the Introduction to IWRM by Professor Dr. Borchardt at first. This lecture is meant as a brief overall introduction to the concept of IWRM and its practical implementation. It addresses sectoral water use and related approaches in water resources management, explains the history and principles of IWRM, and draws particular focus on its river basin aspect. The purpose is to particularly link the aspects that are dealt with in more depth in the module's various lectures. There are 6 thematic categories for clustering the complex issue of integrated water resources management. The first one is water and the physical environment. This category explains all relevant physico-chemical components and processes within the hydrologic cycle and shows resulting management options. The second one deals with tools, Within this category, tools are shown for understanding the natural and societal systems that facilitate decision-making processes. After that, we come to water governance. In this category, the important role of governance for sustainable water resources management is demonstrated. The fourth category deals with economic instruments. This category shows the importance of economics for water resources management, for instance, issues of water pricing. The next category deals with technical measures that are important for water resources management, for instance, from the field of urban water management. Most importantly, we have a category on IWRM implementation and case studies. This category shows case studies from different regions of the world in order to discuss challenges that often occur when one tries to practically implement IWRM.
Beside that 6 categories, there are 260 keywords related to the lectures. Furthermore, there is a full-text search available. To organize your personal learning, IWRM Education provides you playlists, hyperlinks, and an embedding function. Within a playlist, you can collect these lectures that you are interested in. Hyperlinks, on the other side, help you to find interrelations between the videos, so you can easily follow hyperlinks and browse through the lecture series. The embedding function enables you to include videos of IWRM education into other websites.
Now we come to the special feature of this e-learning module, the interlinking of the e-lectures. Since IWRM is complex and as inter- and transdisciplinarity are often missing in water management, the module interlinks lectures, that is, thematic and geographical linkages, for instance climate change, appear between the lectures, allowing the user to switch from one lecture to another one. These linkages are helpful since none of the lecturers can cover all issues in IWRM. There will always be interfaces to other topics, and these interfaces need to be identified and made available to you. The user decides whether he wants to stay in the currently watched lecture or if he wants to switch to further explanations from another lecturer. Furthermore, these linkages will help you if you get lost in a topic. These linkages will be explained with an example. First of all, we re-access the lecture by Dr. Kullmann. The linkages are shown as a marker on the timeline in light blue. There are 2 link types. These 2 link types have 2 different signs, so you can easily distinguish between these 2 link types. The first one links to a definition or explanation in another lecture and has a loop-back function, so the user can go back to the original content he was watching before. Here you can see the sign. In our example, the link Flood Protection Management refers from Dr. Kullmann's lecture to Dr. Peterson's lecture. Within Dr. Peterson's lecture, flood protection management is explained in more detail. After these explanations, you can return to the original lecture by Dr. Kullmann that you have attended to. The second one links to a complete lecture. That is, if you do not fully understand the mentioned issue and therefore need more information on that topic, it is recommended to attend the complete lecture, which is referred to. Here you can see the sign. In the example, we now see the link Statistical Distribution.
IWRM Education is an open educational resource. It is available online www.iwrm-education.de. You can also download the whole module. All contents are provided under a Creative Commons License 3.0.